I'm Sal.
I'm Beth.
We are the Brewery Lovers. Went back to Texas. Why did we go back to Texas?
Pretty much to go from Florida
to get from Florida
anywhere in the West, you have to go through Texas.
Right. So we're in Florida. We're trying to get to Nevada. So you had to go through. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Stayed on this cute little cattle ranch.
Flying Cow in Rising Star, Texas.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was beautiful. It was quiet.
It's a harvest host, but they don't sell anything. So if you want a hookup, they charge you a little bit of money for that.
Yeah.
But if you boondock here, it's basically it's complimentary because they don't have a store.
But we got the hookups because we needed water. It helped to have electricity, and we could set up the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we took the hookup, so it worked.
So it was a very productive day.
Most harvest hosts have some kind of a store, or you're expected to make a donation or buy a ticket, but this place doesn't. But it was really nice.
Very nice.
Met the owner.
The owner was very nice.
She was sweet. And it was really quiet. Had a good...
Quiet except for cows.
Cows, yeah.
And
we had a
donkeys.
Donkeys.
Which is great. I love that kind of sound.
The donkeys were vocal. Great night sky as well.
Aren't they adorable?
They are cute. What were their names?
I don't remember.
Then last time we went to Texas, I really thought I should do the Johnson Space Center in Houston. We didn't do it.
No.
Because it was like, everything was frozen. It was like a weird day.
Yeah, it was Christmas week, too.
It was Christmas.
It was just
there was a lot
not
going
the
on.
right time to be doing stuff.
And so while we're back in Texas, we're going to drive through Houston. We might as well do it. So I did. Beth did not, because it's a little pricey to get in. But for me, really worth it. This was a bucket list item because what's happened is they have completely restored the original Apollo mission's control room, which had been it had fallen into disrepair. It had been cannibalized. If somebody needed a switch or a meter, they would go down there and yank it out. It used to be open to tourists. The tourists had taken stuff as souvenirs. So they raised some money. Gene Kranz was involved. He was the original flight director from the Apollo days. And they raised a bunch of money, and they literally brought in Hollywood set designers and made this thing. It looks as though the engineers and flight directors just got up and left their cigarettes and their coffee cups and their coats and raincoats. But in 1960, whatever, 68, 69, 70. So it's a time capsule. And they just did an amazing job. You can't go in there anymore. It's all behind glass. But they do give you an opportunity to take pictures of it. And then you do the whole Johnson Space Center thing, which is fun. You get to touch a moon rock. It's just a big museum, basically. Lots of displays. But you do get to see working areas. You get to see where they're assembling modules for the International Space Station. And also this incredibly large painting done by probably one of my favorite astronauts is a guy called Alan Bean. He was the fourth human to walk on the moon. He was on Apollo 12 with Pete Conrad. And he's a very gifted painter. That's kind of what he's done after giving up his astronaut career. So this is not a brewery. The story does not start in a brewery, but we were having a beer. I was having a Shiner Bock, Texas beer.
I was having a Dos Equis with the
with a
lime and salt rim treatment. It's
Pine what?
Pine Tree Lodge.
Pine Tree Lodge in Beaumont, near Beaumont.
Mm-hmm.
No video because it is the hardest rain we've ever experienced.
Rain, wind,
thunder,
lightning.
I mean, buckets of rain just for hours. And, knock on wood, the roof was good.
The roof didn't leak.
Yeah, we didn't
blow
problems.
over.
But
we didn't sink into mud in a swamp.
No video. I wasn't walking out with a camera in that weather. Here's a shot of the place from the place. Get an idea what it looks like.
But it's very pretty.
It's
when the
nice.
sun comes out, it's really, really gorgeous. There's a great big deck.
Right on the bayou.
Yeah, supposedly there's alligators.
Alligators in
right
the bayou,
there.
of course. But
again, we didn't see alligators.
Yeah, none. I saw one at Johnson Space Center. Little one.
Okay.
Little 4-foot.
Oh, right, you did.
Yeah. So you're sitting around the bar, you're chatting. People
They
realized, we're not regulars.
Well, there was hardly anybody there because the weather
there.
was terrible. So, people weren't going out that night.
And people ask, "What are you doing? What are you doing?
What? They know we're not a regular."
Yeah. So. And then when we tell them that we're traveling, they give us recommendations,
which is just the best.
It's fun. So the guys around the bar said you need to go to Brenham. What they actually said was, "Y'all need to my bed." I'm like,
I had to translate.
Everybody in Texas. To me, everybody in East Texas sounds like Beaumont. Y'all get the mama or Jabberlum, and they're all chewing tobacco. Like, can I buy a vowel?
Pouring rain onto a metal roof. It was not hard. It was not easy to hear people. But
between Beth and the bartender who grew up in California, they said you need to go to Brenham, Brenham, Brenham,
correct,
which is where the ice cream factory is. Now.
They insisted it was the best ice cream in the country.
Because they're Texans.
And Chessie said, Texans think everything is better here.
Yeah,
because she was from California.
The bartender's from California.
So she experiences it from her perspective.
And she basically said, they think that nothing happens outside of Texas. Tongue in cheek, but kind of, there's some truth to that. Anyway, you got to go to the Bluebell ice cream factory. So we did. Why not?
We did.
Turns out there's a brewery Harvest Host in Brenham.
So we were able to stay at a Harvest Host brewery, which is always my goal.
Brazos Valley. And it was nice. It was a nice place. The beer was good. And they had trivia.
We did trivia that night. They had a food truck. We actually got Nashville hot chicken.
Oh, yeah, that Nashville hot chicken. Yeah, we don't take pictures of food. I have too many friends who are professional photographers, and amateur pictures of food are just not very appetizing, so I apologize. And Brenham was an adorable little town. Here's the library.
It really was.
Right
it was
next
so
to the
cute.
Train tracks. We did a little bit of exploring. Has a really kind of quaint Main Street, old Western town kind of feel. But really, it's a nice little town, and we just sort of wandered around on our way to the ice cream factory. We did do the ice cream factory. The ice cream was good. At the risk of sacrilege, it's not the best ice cream we've ever had.
Don't tell that to a Texan.
Don't tell the Texans I said that. But it was really good, and $1 a scoop.
And a really generous scoop.
I mean, that's like what your parents talking about. When I was your age, ice cream was a penny, So you're at the factory. They're not trying to make money off of you.
No.
They want you to have a good experience. Really nice setup. You got this whole...
And it was free. They didn't charge anything to visit that.
Yeah, which is nice.
You just paid for your ice cream.
Yeah, $1 scoop. You could go nuts. We had one scoop
We each had one scoop,
yeah.
And we tried each other's.
They had a tiny library. This is their kind of their logo in bronze. Somebody did a life sculpture of the little girl logo. This old delivery truck next to some old brick buildings. It's a nice, cute little campus. Beautiful ice cream parlor. Look at that. Big. And they give you these. Here's the flavor list. Yeah, but $1 a scoop. Can't beat that. They give you these.
Just around the corner from there, you could actually watch them doing the packaging, but
yeah.
we weren't allowed to videotape.
Yeah, no video allowed back there. And you get these little paper hats.
Yeah.
If you so desire. So Beth's got her little. Yeah, the other guy.
A lot of people had on the paper hats.
Yeah, a lot of people had the paper hats.
I was not alone with the paper hat. I had triple chocolate, and you had something tracks that had peanut butter cups in it.
Yeah, moose tracks probably.
Except they don't call it moose. There's no moose in Texas.
I don't know, something kind of tracks. So there's the paper hats. Those are ice cream containers behind us, by the way. Since we were in Texas, we also went back to our favorite brewery from the last tour, which is in Austin, Jester King.
Jester King.
And yeah, they're very highly rated on Untappd and well deserved. The beers are really superb. They do a lot of weird stuff, wild.
They do a lot of
barrel-aged,
wild
sour.
fermentation and a lot of sours.
But this is one of those breweries where anything you have here, it's just kind of right down the middle. So, and it's a really nice space.
Nice space, good food.
You have to find a heater, though. It's all kind of all outdoors.
It is all outdoors.
Yeah. But they have heaters going, so you can find a warm spot.
And they have a restroom and an old
Airstream trailer.
Funny.
I might have video of that from last time. I don't know. I'll have to look. Anyway.
Last time we were there, literally
Christmas Eve.
the water in the toilets was frozen.
Yes, everything froze. That was, see, we go to Texas and everything freezes. This year we go to Texas and it's torrential monsoon rains.
We're not good for weather.
No, if you want good weather, don't follow Bleep.
What's the guy from the Weather Channel? Jim
Cantor.
He could just travel with us.
Yeah, he could just follow us.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Good idea. All right, you good?
I think we're good.
All right,
Cheers.
Cheers.